It's here. The biggest recruiting weekend possibly in Colorado, but definitely Coach Prime's history. What did the weekend look like and how did Boulder show their appreciation? The accolades are also already coming in for players. And who is Travis Hunter's NFL equivalent? All coming at you next.
Give me my theme music!
What's up, Buff Nation, and welcome to Buffs News Weekly, your only source for weekly Colorado football news. I am your host, Russ Dornish. Make sure to like this video, comment, and subscribe to help support what we do. Now, let's jump right in. The news of the week and why our video is late is to cover the massive recruiting weekend that just happened at Colorado. Of course, everyone knows about Julian Lewis visiting, but he wasn't the only one in attendance. So let's go over the list of players on the visit, what happened on the visit, and how Boulder showed its appreciation to our possible new Buffs. First up was the actual confirmed list of visitors, which included Colorado's already committed 2025 recruits Mantrez Walker, Alex Graham, and Corbin Lazier, who all showed up for official visits alongside potential recruits Julian Lewis, Chauncey Gooden, Quinnell X. Farrakhan Jr., and Evan Hayes. Lewis is, of course, the five-star top-rated quarterback in the 2025 class and the top target for the Buffs, who is currently committed to USC. Chauncey Gooden is a four-star inside O-line player rated 10th at his position overall, who has not yet committed anywhere. Quinnell X. Farrakhan Jr. is a four-star wide receiver out of Texas and rated as the 35th best wide receiver in the class. And finally, Evan Hayes is a three-star receiver out of Georgia, rated top 200 at his position. One thing you'll notice about both this list, but also the current contingent of Buffs, is the growing ties to Georgia. During the visit, we saw fellow Georgia player Cam Michael hanging out with his fellow Georgian recruits alongside our incoming freshman Draylon Miller. The Georgia connection is already growing and could give a recruit like Julian Lewis some home cooking to make him feel that much more comfortable going away from home so far. During the visit, what we have seen through social media of players, team, and of course, well off and reach the people as Friday night was picture night for the players. We got an awesome set of shots that Mantrez Walker recreated Coach Prime's epic draft day photos to perfection. But the big photo that came out that was released today was a photo of Shedeur Sanders handing Julian Lewis the keys to the team while Lewis sat on the CU throne. A ceremonial passing of the torch type photo that seems to point at Lewis's true potential to flip to Colorado. Saturday night was all about the community as the recruits went to a dinner where they were able to meet legend and super fan Miss Peggy for some great photos. What was really cool to see overall for the weekend was the city of Boulder getting into the act thanks to CU superfan, booster, business owner Laura Levy, who helped orchestrate a ton during this recruiting visit. She had signs made up welcoming the players and had other businesses put them up. They also had the Boulder Theater have a marquee welcoming Juju and the history he will make at CU. Finally, the legendary restaurant for the Buffs, The Sink, also got into the festivities by creating a burger named after Julian Lewis. Then, Saturday morning, a small but loud contingency of Buffs fans were on campus and at the facility to cheer on and welcome the new recruits with signs and encouragement. Needless to say, Boulder is all in on what could potentially come from this weekend with these recruits. As far as who may be coming as a result of this weekend, we are getting at least one commitment soon as Coach Riss posted his commit incoming post, which many think could be in regards to Evan Hayes or maybe even possibly Chauncey Gooden. Chauncey Gooden's family also had posts this weekend about the beautiful mountains and said that they were planning to move to Boulder. So it seems that Gooden may be a lock as well. Farrah Khan also posted a photo with Coach Prime in front of the We Coming wall, which is usually only reserved for players who will be committing, so he could be very well joining the others. But of course, the big question is, with the post by Lewis and the ceremonial handing of the keys, does that mean that Julian Lewis is a lock to flip? We will see shortly, but I am super proud of what we saw from the staff, coaches, players, and of course the community going all in on our recruits. So, Buffs fans, did we do it? Is Julian Lewis gonna be a Buff and flip from USC? Are all of the visitors staying and committing to Colorado? And outside of Julian Lewis, who most excites you? Let's have that conversation and put it in the comments down below. Now let's get into a multitude of smaller bits of news. First up, the accolades continue for players after the preseason All-American list was released last week for one of the media members in college football. This week, On3 put out their top Heisman candidates from each conference, and Travis Hunter made the top 5 for the Big 12, ranking second only behind Noah Fafita, who, as a quarterback, will always seem to have a leg up over a regular player. Travis is probably the closest we will see a non-quarterback get to winning the Heisman in a very long time because of his two-way play. If he can play both ways at an elite level, then he should definitely be in that conversation. The official All-American list, by the way, will be coming out next month for the Big 12, so be on the lookout for when that drops, and we will be covering it here. Speaking of Travis Hunter, one football analyst has said that Hunter's versatility reminds him of another NFL prospect, that of Hall of Famer Champ Bailey. In a tweet, ESPN analyst Jordan Reed said, as a two-way player, Colorado cornerback wide receiver Travis Hunter is one of the most unique prospects I've ever evaluated. There aren't many NFL comps because of that. One that could be used often, Champ Bailey, had 7 games where he played 100+ snaps during the 1998 season. Getting that kind of comparison is huge for just how good Champ Bailey was in the NFL, and goes to show you how excited scouts are at the prospect of Hunter coming out of college next spring. Also, continuing on Pro Football Focus's top returning players that we covered last week, they finally released the cornerback rankings, and Colorado has the #1 scoring cornerback on the PFF rating scale, returning this fall. And no, it was not Travis Hunter. Preston Hodge had the highest rating for returning player, scoring a 90 overall. Hodge, Hunter, and newcomer DJ McKinney, Colorado is looking great at the cornerback position for next season. Now, this week was light on news, but of course there is still more to come out of the weekend, so check out our live stream this week when it gets scheduled, so that we can discuss and go over this entire weekend and all of the video and photos along with it. So make sure to subscribe, turn on notifications so you know when videos get uploaded or lives for us begin. Till next time, I'm Russ Dornish. Sco Buffs.
Give me my theme music!